What's up, party people? I'm back with the Carolina Panthers rebuild against 31 other users. I am the 31 other users. This league is to demonstrate what it's like going against 31 other users in a slow sim rebuild. I'm doing this as an experiment to help you in your rebuild leagues against other humans. So we are the Panthers. We're 0-2. We're taking on the Atlanta Falcons, who are also 0-2. I would say our problem and the same problem with the Atlanta Falcons is defense. Well, offense. I'm sorry. Ours is everything except for pass yards, and that doesn't really matter. We're getting ran all over. Yeah, so the Atlanta Falcons are doing pretty good, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, they could be in the green on opponent passing and rushing because they're giving teams short fields with interceptions. It's not really my problem here. So we need to change up the scheme here. This Seattle defense isn't working. So I want to go and rock with a defense that looks like it's been working pretty good. And that's Cincinnati's base 4-3. We are going to switch to that and see if that does any wonders for our team. It seems to be doing pretty good. So just going to find some Cincinnati here and then see what other changes we need to make. I'm pretty good with the offense. We're scoring points. Definitely. See, I didn't say for sure because I keep saying that. All right, so we got our defense changed. As far as Bryce Young goes, he's not great. I'd like to see him do better. Up and over, throwaway. I think we could put eyes up. What's that? Eyes up, so he gets a little more time with throwing. Other than that, there's not much more I can do. The team is the team. I think now it comes down to coaching and our play sheets, our loadout here. So we definitely want Bryce Young play good. And we want our wide receivers. We need that. We need the wide receivers and Bryce Young to do well. I think the ground game will take care of itself. And I'm going to go with heavy eye. Just one. And nickel mug. And see how that works out for us. All right. So we're going to confirm loadout. We're going to do our training, our strategizing, and then we'll get into this. Right, so we did get some upgrades here. We got Bryce Young. Going to give him that field general with the coaching abilities up to an 89 overall. Can you please play like it? If he doesn't play well this game, I'm going to put what's it called? I'm going to put something to make some forced passes more. He's just so check downy and just those little pellet arm. Of course, we're going playmaker on like Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette might be one of the best wide receivers I've ever taken to the training thing. Upgrade our center here. We're just going to go pass protector. Cade Mays. I don't even know if I heard of Cade Mays here. I apologize. Princely. He's getting an upgrade. He's week to week with a back strain. The old I'm injured, but I'm getting an upgrade. And A.T. Perry, let's go. We want playmaker. He's up to a 73. Let's see what his traits are. Possession receiver, highlight reel. That's not bad. Chris Paul, pass coverage. Get him on the field. Man, there was so much talk about how good of a tackler he was coming out of the draft. I haven't heard him once. And then, of course, we always go hybrid for safety no matter what. And that's it. +5 zone coverage. Let's go. And of course, we just auto upgrade the punter. No one cares. As far as depth chart goes, I think I'm pretty much set. But we'll just go quickly through here real quick. Dowdle's our starter. Hubbard's out. Okay. So that puts Brooks there. ETN. Yeah, I got A.T. Perry over Coker. And then, yeah, I don't know about this, guys. We're not really, doesn't really matter. We're not really blocking here. I think everything else kind of checks out. But of course, go through our depth chart. We got to get this win here. We got to make sure everyone's kind of set. Are we missing it? No. Yeah, I've never heard of Mace. That's on me. But we got a decent O line. We're fine. We got Scorton. Trying to get this Figs going. He's 6'4" with 87 speed and acceleration. And then defensively, Cam Jackson. I mean, why is Cam Jackson here? He's a rookie. Yeah, this is. Did I do this? Much as I want to have Cam Jackson there, I don't know about that one. Chad Muma, Trevor Moss. You know, this team is just got good corners. We picked up Stephon Gilmore. Hopefully he can help out a little bit. Maybe some of this helps. All right, let's check third down back. It is Rico. Power back, Rico. Slot is Tedero McMillan. Excuse me, Tedero McMillan. Put Coker here. Not that it really matters. Scorton is our left end. We're really missing anybody here? Like nobody. Ay. Where's Derek Brown? This Cam Jackson's not working out. Do we have Cam Jackson over here? We got Brown. I'm going to do this. See if that helps at all. So Chris Barnes, he's slower. So we have. We'll go with the higher rated for now. See if that changes anything. Slot corner. We put Gilmore there since he's slower. I'll leave that for now. All right. Hopefully this gets us a win. Princely's out. Hubbard's out. Harrison Jr. is out for them. And they're missing Walker. All right, so we got some help here. Some injuries. Let's get into it. The game starts with back-to-back 3-and-outs from both teams. The Panthers drive down here and take the lead 7-0 on this Bryce Young, Tedero McMillan touchdown in the red zone. 7-0 Panthers. Just don't blink because 4 plays later, Bijan Robinson gets this big run for a touchdown. And just like that, the Atlanta Falcons answer back, tying this game up 7-7 early in the first quarter. Jumping towards the end of the second quarter, both teams jockeying for field position, kicking it back and forth after big plays and sacks. The Atlanta Falcons eventually take a 3-point lead, 10-7 late in the second. Panthers get the ball back. They punt after 3 plays, and then Bijan Robinson, he gone. Another big, huge touchdown run for him. And this is not looking good for our run defense whatsoever. Bijan, way better he is now than he was at the beginning of the year in Madden. And he is Saquon Barkley problem-esque. I do have to say myself. He's so dangerous. Trying to cut into this lead, Bryce Young is doing everything he can to will this team to
a victory. This is his second big run of the game. It's going to get him down inside the 30, but his team just let him down, and they have to settle for 3 points with under a minute 30 to go in the first half. They cut it to 7, but guys just aren't getting open for him. Just so you can understand the totality of what Bijan Robinson's doing in the first half. 11 rushes, 148 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Let's jump on this drive where the Falcons get the ball. We're going to have 2 sideline passes completed here that sets up this field goal chance for the Falcons. They cut it to 20-10 going into half. That's the deficit that our Panthers face. Falcons get the ball to open the second half and have to settle for a field goal. So now the deficit is down to 13. Ensuing kickoff. Why am I showing you a kickoff? Well, Jimmy Horn Jr., he's going to go all the way for a kickoff return, our first in our slow sim rebuild. You don't get many of these, and Jimmy Horton just did it for the Panthers. What an insta score, if there ever was one. Jimmy Horn Jr. kicking in the door, cutting this lead down to 6 points after the field goal. Well, let's check back in on Bijan Robinson. He's up to 185 total yards of offense. 162 of that are on the ground, and he is lit up and hard to tackle. This drive would actually end with a punt, and then Bryce Young, another big scramble, but he's going to fumble, and you just can't turn this over in a game like this, unfortunately. And, well, Michael Penix, big play here. I believe that is Darnell Mooney. He's really having a good game. But, hey, we got a sign of life here. We got a sidearm, left-handed quarterback throwing an interception back to us. Turnover for turnover. Could this be the life that we need in Carolina? Let's go. Watch this absolute dime that Bryce Young throws to the sideline. I mean, what a beautiful pass to put them down into Atlanta territory, where unfortunately this drive is going to stall with a blocked field goal. I mean, stall, I don't know if stall is the word, but this is fucking disaster. So this stays a 6-point game. What is happening right now? What a block. So unfortunate. So we jump to the fourth quarter. Early in the fourth, we're going to hold Atlanta to a field goal, 26-17. It's a 9-point game. We're holding the field goals. Let's just get some touchdowns here. So we got the Panthers ball down 9. We got a read option here from Bryce Young and another huge run. He's doing everything he can, not only with his legs, but he's throwing some really nice passes. This is another big pass to his tight end. Unfortunately, just things aren't going to hold up around him. Guys are dropping balls. Protection's breaking down, and we're going to have to cut this down to a 6-point game. Still got life, but got to get some touchdowns, guys. Another check in here with Bijan. We're up to 200 yards rushing, 23 through the air. But let's jump here to later in this drive where they hit a big 3rd and 3 to Darnell Mooney. He's absolutely killing this team. 6 catches for 107 yards, which leads to, well, what do you know? Another Bijan touchdown right up the middle. That's 3 touchdowns for him on the day. This time, a shorter one than the other 2. So that's something, I guess that's positive. Down 14. We're going to get an overthrow here on the first play of the next drive for the Panthers. But the defense does stand tall again, holding them to another 3 points, cutting this game while extending the lead to 17 very late in this ball game. Panthers eventually go 3 and out, and that's going to set up this 4th long touchdown run from Bijan Robinson. He has 4 rushing touchdowns on the day. He is absolutely destroying us, and this is pretty much going to be all she wrote for the game. All right, well, let's cut it off there. The Panthers did drive down on the next possession. They ended the game with just being shut out of the end zone. They had 4 tries. They couldn't get in. Bryce Young did pretty much what he could, but this defense could not stop one man. Well, they couldn't stop 2 men. We'll look at the Falcons side of the ball. This is more about the Falcons, and I will tell you what the Falcons did to change this. Michael Penix Jr. only had 236 yards and an interception. He was 19 for 24. 79%, but he's not going to throw a lot when Bijan Robinson is rushing 25 times for 271 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. He only had 3 broken tackles for 58 yards. So he's getting all of that on just wide open holes. And then you had Darnell Mooney with 7 for 109. He had some huge plays. He had 2 sideline dots on a drive for the Falcons. London was only 4 for 66.
Justin Watson keeps sneaking into the game, 4 for 31. They really need to make a move for another wide receiver. If I'm them, I might move Pitts to slot. I probably would, if this was a user versus user league, I'd probably ask to change to the wide receiver and put him in the slot. I th- I think when you put a tight end in slot for slow sim, it messes things up. That's just my experience right now. Maybe that changes. We'll try him as a tight end in the slot going forward because they're not really throwing the ball to the tight end. They got 3 sacks and an interception. But I mean, what are you gonna do about that Bryce Young interception? That was late in the game. It was a little bit of an overthrow and a check down. He was 17 for 34, 50% touchdown interception, only 168 yards. But he did everything on the ground. He had 7 attempts for 100 yards, and he did fumble the ball. He didn't get down in time. Dowdle was 10 for 85. Trumbull 4 for 30, 53. He had some nice catches. Leggett was 4 for 40. McMillan 3 for 28. He had that touchdown early and then just kind of disappeared. As far as the defense goes, got some sacks here. The rookie Scourton. I don't know if it's Scorton or Scourton, but I heard Scourton, so that's where we're going. Or no, Scorton. I believe it's Scorton. Anyway, it's not about his pronunciation. The rookie had 2 sacks. We had one for Wharton, one for DJ Wanham, and half sack for Derek Brown, and Morwig and Trayvon Wallace had an interception. Just not a good matchup here. So we'll talk about what the Falcons did. The base 4-3 did not help us. I think this defense might work better when a team is throwing the ball. The Bengals in 2 leagues with this defense is just shutting down opponents. It could be the opponents they're playing, but also they get a lead and then you have to throw on them, and then that's when this defensive playbook runs its course. And we're in a really good offense, and we're just not catching the ball. It's really not Bryce Young. We need to get a better defense. We're having a hard time finding defense. But let's talk about the Falcons. This was huge for them. They changed to vertical zone run for this game and absolutely went off. So it fed Bijan for. I mean, just Bijan looks like peak 99 overall Saquon Barkley from the beginning of the year. On the season, Bryce Young, he's averaging 226 yards a game, 2 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Dowdle, 72 yards a game. Bryce Young's 45 yards a game. And we just don't have good wide receivers here. It's unfortunate, man. This league's about defense. Although Nick Scorton does have 5 sacks for the rookie. That's pretty good. If we can get Derek Brown rolling, how about that? Maybe we can make a little bit run. Do we have a nice schedule here? We have the Patriots, Dolphins coming up. That's not good. So, and is that game home or away? I can't remember. Oh, it's away. That's cool. Well, this is hard. This is a hard rebuild. This Panthers team. What would you do? Let me know. What's the changes? Should we just find a better defense? Do we stick with the offense? I mean, this offense is really good. I think the Panthers are doing well. It's just that they're not playing good defense. This defense might be worse than it was at the beginning of Madden 26. Do we go back to running the ball more? What do you think? Let me know. Also, please like, subscribe, drop a hype up to this video if you can, comments, questions, and I'll see you very soon. I think we have one more game going in this week 3, and then we're out of here.